I'd like to ask one final question on the cause of disconnect between service catalog, schedule of services, and a service agreement. And that would be, I'm trying to think of a good way to describe this. How it's not click to bind, it's incorporating by reference a master service agreement and a service agreement, which you're very familiar with and may need some brief explanation in your answer. But there's a lot of MSPs who don't use that approach, and they have a here's our entire contract all in one nice 52-page document, and they give it to a client, and what happens? It gets redlined, ripped to shreds, and it becomes a jumbled mess. And the CEO says, yes, we're going to accept all of those red lines and we're going to move forward because I want this deal. That has got to be a devastating thing and have a devastating impact on the synchronicity between service agreement and service catalog. Long way of saying that, but your thoughts?
Yeah, and friction in the sales process, right?
Too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I mean, and standardization is a mindset. We challenge MSPs to tell their customers, unless your deal is over a certain minimum threshold, we don't entertain red lines.
As a
We
matter of
also,
principle, or I mean,
yeah, the MSPs pre getting on the Monger platform, many of them have conditioned their customers to give them red lines and friction in the sales process. When you incorporate your agreements online using a digital quoting tool that where the call to action is press the button to accept the quote, what we find is friction in the sales process for most MSPs that serve SMB customers goes away completely. In fact, one of the challenges that we get to getting our clients to upgrade to our AI legal assistants that help with redlining is, Rob, in 3 years since I started with Monger, we have had no requests for redlining. So number one,
not
redlining
a
is
bad thing, according to you.
no. I tell them, if you're not going to upgrade, that's the best answer I could possibly hear. It's like the product is too good. I don't need a legal assistant to help me do redlining. But to your point, never let your customer dictate the terms under which you deliver your services. I like to tell the story. When I was a young aspiring tech lawyer, I got a call from the biggest chip manufacturer in the world. And if you were a tech lawyer and you had this client on your roster, man, you were cool. At the end of the call, they told me, everything's great. We want to hire you. We'll be sending you your retainer agreement.
Nice.
I said, you know what? Don't bother, because any customer that would think that they would send me my retainer agreement is not a customer that I want to have. And I turned that engagement down on principle because I knew where that relationship was going.
They wanted conformity from you.
Exactly. And what I say to my MSP clients is, we deliver a standard service that's multi-tenanted. We deliver it on our standard terms and conditions. If those terms and conditions don't fit for you, then it's an indication that we're not a good fit for your business, because they're built to be appropriate to serve for MSPs that serve fill in the blank, right? And what we found is, by and large, when the MSPs follow the model of moving away from long contracts to short online quotes that incorporate online terms and conditions by reference, friction in the deal process goes away. Owners' time dealing with redline requests and the risks associated with them all but disappear. And at the same time, you have access to experienced attorneys that will walk you through those negotiations if, as, and when it's appropriate to do so. For example, we have clients that are doing very large managed services contracts with big companies. Those companies' lawyers are going to be involved no matter what your templates look like. So a lot of it is the markets that you operate in, but a lot of it we've learned is the method by which you present it and the mindset that you bring to the table.